Hey guys, just so you know, we're going to be starting the live here in just a couple minutes. Sorry, we're running a couple minutes late, but we will be going live here in just a couple moments. Thank you for your patience.
Hi.
Because I got to make sure this camera
I can hear you right now.
Okay.
Say
What's
hi.
up, guys? We are going live in just a couple seconds, or we're live now.
Yeah.
Bang.
Bang.
Neves Knives. I'm Jared with my lovely wife, Kara, and we are live, ladies. Second, because we are going to be doing some sharpening, and we got some giveaways to give away. Also, for the patron members, the giveaway for the for that, but we have the members live giveaway going on right now. We'll do that towards the end.
Sorry.
Right now, we are going to do some sharpening. So, I have I have a couple different knives pulled out. We're only going to sharpen one of them, maybe two of them, because the one might sharpen up it will sharpen up extremely fast. So, these are the choices we're going to work with today. So, we got a giveaway, Dennis.
He's probably going to win it again because he always wins.
Yeah. Good luck, everybody. He became a Benchmade, so shout out to the members and the new members, because we have a new one, brand new American. So today we're going to sharpen one of the knives we're potentially going to sharpen is the Giant Mouse Jutland. I might turn on some more lights.
Why? It looks so beautiful.
I might, but just one of these really quick. Just one more of these.
You love being overexposed.
No. That looks good now because they can see this.
Where's Ed?
They couldn't see
we
this
need
before.
Ed Durbin in here to tell us.
So, we have the trailing clip point blade shape that we could sharpen up. And this
audio is cutting in and out.
How about now? Here, let me back this up a little bit so it can hit both of us. The audio should be pretty good. I'm turning this way, and that's probably why. I can get the mic closer to me. Good. Okay, so between the Jutland, or I thought about Vampire, linked in the description. There's a few left. I think there's still a couple left at Blade HQ in the micarta, but I used this one quite a bit yesterday, and it's still really sharp. I can feel a couple little spots in it that could use a tune-up, but these will sharpen up extremely fast, especially considering like the sharpening one of these. However, I do have two other Jack Wolf knives, a Warncliffe sitting here, and then the sheep's foot / Warncliffe, because it does have a straight edge. This is my most used. Yeah, this is my most used Jack Wolf knife. but it's lost all its bite. So one of those knives we're going to sharpen. I haven't decided which one yet. Maybe one of you guys can pick which one would you guys like to sharpen today, between the one of the Jack Wolf knives or the Jutland. It's going to be a bit different the way you sharpen them. In the PC. Yeah.
It's got to be this software.
It's got to be the software, yeah.
I'm not dead set on
but
it.
But if you're... I don't know. I guess I don't understand what the problem is. Where's the bell? Go ahead. The burr on my M390 Mannix yesterday. Brand new American. Chasing the burr on his M390 Mannix yesterday. That's... How old is it?
Because if that's seriously the case, maybe we should just pop over to the other one.
Okay, if you guys are having audio issues, we'll just change it up right now.
Let's just, guys, yeah. Let's,
How is everybody's audio? I can turn it up. If it's quiet, I can turn
We're
it
having
up.
audio issues, like cutting.
Is it cutting in and out? What's the problem? Chase the grind marks, not the burr, the boss says. Facts. Yes, formless. Sounds great, and then Jared goes quiet for a few seconds. It's probably because when I turn this way, because my mouth is away from the mic.
There's no way that's the case.
Yo, 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 yo. Oh, yeah, something's going on with the audio.
I know what it is.
Hold on a second, guys.
Watch this. Oh, no, it's not.
Sorry, guys. Remember, this is new software we're using, so we're learning it for the first time, so apologies.
Hold on, let me just
We should be
check
able...
something. Hold on. Yeah. Look how much better it is.
Okay. So this should be better now, hopefully.
Yeah,
so
this
let
should
us
be
know.
much better.
So far, I haven't seen it break yet. All right, yeah, it cuts. I hear line noise for a few seconds, and it cuts back in. Hopefully, it's better now. So let us know if it doesn't. Let us know if it sounds good. Give us some feedback. No, it's not. Right. We switched something else. I think she's got it now. Okay, so thank you, Wilby. I appreciate that because I'm always frustrated when I have to make you guys wait or deal with my BS. So hopefully this works out good. Now, so like I said before, we have the LMAX steel on the Giant Mouse Jutland. I absolutely love this knife. I've been carrying the hell out of it. Like, I can't put it down. I can't get it out of my pocket. And
that was an accident. You guys owe us money now.
So I do notice one thing about the Jutland is the grind near the sharpening choil and plunge grind. It's slightly off. I'm a little bit worried about that from one side to the other. One side is good and the other side is not. So what it does is the edge bevel goes like this. Say if this is the choil, the edge bevel goes like this and then it goes like that. So what that means is that, and anytime you guys ever see that, so when you guys see an edge bevel, the edge bevel's coming down, you have your edge bevel, and then all of a sudden it gets bigger or smaller. What's happening is one of two things. Either one, the grind is a different thickness there. And in this case, that's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking it's thinner right here. I'll show you guys. I'm thinking it's thinner right at the heel because it gets a lot smaller, or when they were coming off the belt, they turned a little bit. Most likely it's the grind.
Thank you, Formula One, for the 2 bones. I'm not going to ring the bell because this was about the accident.
Yeah.
Accidents happen. They do happen.
He paid his dues. He paid his dues.
We accept your apology. So
that has been paid.
Yes. Audio hasn't cut out since I did
thank
it.
Thank you, Formula One.
Yay!
And
where's the bell?
You got it over there. You've been hitting it. Kaboom!
No, it's kebab!
Kablob from Dennis. Thank you, man.
Maybe I'll show you guys a kablobby clip later. I got some on deck.
Okay, so I want to vote. What do you guys want to sharpen? Do you think we should sharpen the clip point or sharpen the spear point from
The
the Jack Wolves, the
Vampy
vampire. We got the vampire
That's
spear
kind of
point.
a boring blade shape to sharpen.
Well, the difference is that this will go extremely fast. We might be able to do both. So
I
maybe
vote clip point, personally.
you vote the clip point.
I vote the clip. Kaboo!
more
I
difficult
love the way
one.
Kyle just spelled that.
Okay, cool. Formula One says the audio has been good. All right, Kara voted for the Jack Wolf.
No.
The giant mouse. So this one, the one beautiful thing about it is these are so easy to sharpen, and if you have
Which one is the dullest?
did you didn't link this?
Everyone's saying clip point. What?
Okay. Did you link the venev stones in the description?
I linked your normal shit.
No, go to our Amazon affiliate and grab the benchstones, so you guys know.
What
because
benchstones? Which
these
ones?
sell out all the time really quick. You can get venev plates right now. They're available on my link.
The 8x3?
Yeah, the
Phoenix
big ones.
series?
Yep. Grab that. So they sell out very fast, and then they take months to get back. So they're back right now and available. There's also the ones for your fixed angle systems as well. So grab those too and put them in there.
You
But
say that after I left.
whatever, just leave it then. It's fine. But the one beautiful thing with these little slip joints though is that you can just do it right in hand. Just hold your stone because it's such a thin grind, and it's so easy to sharpen this way. I almost prefer to sharpen my slip joints just like this in hand. I can really hyper focus on my edge bevel and on my angle because it's so close to my face. But we're gonna lower you guys down right now, and we will.
No!
What? How are they gonna see me sharpening? You picked the Jutland. If you would have picked the Jack Wolf, I wouldn't have to lower it down.
But I'm gonna.
I
Why?
I said that because then I'd be sharpening like this.
You would do that?
That's what I said.
Okay, I'll miss you guys. All right.
All right, we're gonna go
See
down.
you later.
We'll bring you guys back up here in a second. So we're gonna start off with a 140 grit.
If you're not
Atoma.
using venev, are you even sharpening, bruh?
Right, facts. I am gonna do one of these times. We're gonna pull out some natural stones. I'm gonna pull out some.
Excuse me.
I'll probably get some Japanese natural stones or possibly some Arkansas, and we'll do a full sharpening on some like carbon steel. We'll do that probably next sharpening. But in this case, we're doing some damn LMAC, so we need diamonds. And we're going to start off with a 140 grit diamond plate. Why so aggressive? It's just to reprofile. So I'm not trying to get like a super sharp edge off of it. My second stone, in most cases, you want your first stone for your edge to come out perfect from your first stone. This will still come out perfect, but I wouldn't use it most likely. I would my second stone is going to be the one where it really could be an edge that I could just stop and start using from there.
up.
This is going to be a little bit too aggressive. What?
I didn't know we were still up.
They're going down now.
Oh,
All right, you guys are going down. Bang.
it's going
see it.
down.
There we go. That was pretty good.
You got a weird. Oh, there you go. Try not to lean over your stone because it makes a bad shadow. On one side, like when you're sharpening.
Well, I'm gonna be like
Sit
this.
like a piano player with your back straight.
All right, so first thing we want to do, obviously, find our angle. My angle on this, they already have a pretty good angle on it, so I could just go with the angle they put on it. I'm guessing it's around 20 degrees per side. Let me look. Maybe about 20, 22 degrees per side is what it seems like, which isn't too bad from a factory, especially considering a lot of factories will do like 30 degrees on each side. But the only thing I'm worried about is the heel on this side. Like I said, the grind looks like it gets a little bit thinner. Let's zoom you guys in a little bit more. And let's start sharpening. So That's the angle I'm going to go with right there. I basically I can see my edge bevel, and right here it feels good. It feels like if I raise it up higher, I'm going to be on my apex, and if I go lower, you know, I can tell it's a little too low. So that does come with experience. The more you sharpen, the more you'll get that feeling of what is a good angle for the grind you're sharpening. But I would say regardless what angle you pick, regardless, doesn't matter what angle you pick, the most important part is, can you repeat it? Can you repeat it, and can you hold it? So in this case, man, this stone is so aggressive. It goes so fast. In this case, I'm locking my wrist. I'm locking my wrist, and it's important. Like,
What stone?
what?
What stone?
This is an Atoma.
Okay.
This is an Atoma 140 right here. We're going to pull up some veneves here in a second.
I
But
can link that too.
the Atoma?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is a hyper-aggressive stone. This stone is for fast
It'll
sharpening.
kill you in your sleep. It's
Right.
that aggressive.
It's that aggressive. He's mean. But I'm locking my wrist. Now, technically, I don't need to lock my wrist anymore. I can just flow with it and go. But it's good for you to learn when you're learning how to sharpen, to lock your wrist and use your elbow. The reason why is because it's going to be much easier for you to take your edge off the stone and put it back on at the same angle. If I'm fluctuating my wrist all over the place, now I have to find that spot again. But if it's always locked, I have a much better chance of just dropping it on the stone and it being on the angle I'm looking for. Now also making sure you do multiple passes every time you lift the edge up. Make sure you do at least 10 to 20 passes, because it might be slightly different, the angle when you lift up and put it back down. And if it's only off by like a half a degree or something, that can show, but would completely be replaced and not show as long as you do enough passes. But if you only did, like, if I just set it back down, I did one pass, right? Now, I probably have a different angle on my edge bevel. But if I sit there and did 10 passes, it would cover the entire thing with the new angle. This is looking really good all the way. We got a burr most of the way. And earlier, somebody said, I think it was Dennis said, follow the grip pattern, not the burr. So you want to follow both, but the most important is to follow the grip pattern. Because if you follow the grip pattern, well, then you already know when you're going to have a burr, because you can see the grit going from the top of the bevel all the way down to the apex. And when you see your scratches hit the apex, you know you're creating a burr. Now we're going to switch to the other side, and in this case, I'm going to do a half-ass reverse pass just to knock the burr off. Check my angle. Oh yeah, that looks pretty good. Now, like I said, the one thing I'm worried about is the heel. We'll see how it comes out. And then we'll switch to some veneves. Now, same thing. I'm locking my wrist and I'm going across the stone using my elbow to get the blade shape. So, because remember, you have this angle and then this angle. This angle does the blade shape, just like right now. Like right now, I'm following the blade shape, right? So it doesn't matter if I'm straight up and down or if I'm like this. The same thing's happening when I lift my elbow. I'm just getting different parts of the blade. So right here, I'm getting the heel. The more I lift, the more I'm getting into the belly. And then I lift really high, I'm going all the way to the tip. So that's the angle you want to fluctuate, not this angle. Remember, not this angle. You want to fluctuate this angle. So if you lock your wrist, you're more likely to be able to hold and repeat the angle that you're trying to hit over and over and over and repeat. So I'm locking my wrist, pushing and dragging across the stone, and just using my elbow, lifting my elbow to get the blade shape. And here, I'll lift you guys up just a little bit so you guys can actually see my elbow really quick. So like right now my wrist is locked. I'm going across. I'm almost to the belly. Going to the belly. So now my elbow needs to start going up. You're noticing this elbow, not this one. Don't pay attention to this one. This one. So watch it. Going across, up, up. And then when I come back, I drop it back down. That helps you get a nice consistent bevel. Especially when you're trying to get a nice flat V grind. Because if you start fluctuating your wrist, you're convexing. That's what you're going to wind up doing. Okay, we might not have as much trouble. So yeah, the grind is just a little bit thinner. So the benefit is right now is that it's not from the sharpening. So their sharpened edge isn't why it was thinner at the heel. It's because the grind is a little bit thinner. So I'm just not going to be able to do anything about it. Basically, the edge bevel is going to go from the thickness it is to thinner and smaller at the heel. Not a big deal. You know, the edge bevel it has a little wave to it basically, but it's a very small portion. So I'm not too worried about it. That's better than if they would have messed up their sharpening bevel, because now I would have to completely sharpen out the damage that they did. And in this case, it's the grind. And we do have a burr from heel to tip. So we are done with this stone. So that's how fast it took to reprofile that on a 140 grit Atoma diamond blade. And that's why these things are so special. I mean, I talked half the time.
You're special, baby.
Thank you, baby. It only took a couple minutes to completely reprofile this LMAX clip point blade. But now we are going to move to the venev stones. This is the 100/80, I think it is. So we're going to go from the most aggressive side. I need to recondition these, but I'll have to do it later. Oh, shit. Will you grab my water bottle?
Yeah.
It's on my desk.
The spray?
Yeah.
You look like you're
The
looking at
plastic
everyone.
one.
That's creepy. Look, your mouth opens when you sit up. Look when you sit up. Bloop. Now look, close it. Bloop. There goes his mouth. Bloop. There it goes. Man, that's creepy. Y'all are getting stared at.
Lower you guys down a little bit more.
That is really intimidating.
All right, so as soon as she gets this, we are going to start on this stone. And right now, like, the reason why I wouldn't use the 140 grit is because that's a fairly new one. And I mean, use it as an edge. Like, I would always want to go to another stone.
Yeah, spray you
it's
stone.
Almost entirely too aggressive. Careful with the spray part. See?
I did it.
Thank you, baby.
I did it. I did it. Yeah, I did it.
All right, so I'm going to do a edge trailing pass to knock this burr off really quick. And the reason why you do that, you don't have to do that, but one good reason why to do that is because when you go this way, your burr is snagging into your stone, so it can just put light scratches in your stone or possibly rip out diamonds, things like that. With the reverse pass, it's a lot more gentle to it. Lock the wrist, use the elbow. Lock the wrist, use the elbow. You're going to have to grab me some more paper towels too. Thank you. All right, let's look at it. Okay, so I can see my angle changed a little bit. Jumping onto this stone, not much. And I can see it near the heel, so I need to work on it just a little bit longer. Because even though I might get a burr, I want to make sure my scratch pattern is consistent. Top of the bevel to the apex. All running the same direction. Because we do have a nice big burr. Alright, let's move to the other side. Now I'm going to do, again, a reverse pass, knocking the burr off. Let's make sure the burr's not on my stone. This steel is sharpening up really fast. I'll be honest though. Give me a second. Let me feel it again. It's not the hardest L-Max I've felt, but it's sharpening up really good, really easily. I'm curious how it's going to go when we get to the burr, because that's going to be a huge indicator. And I mean, like, when I'm actually doing burr removal. Like, so far I haven't had a problem knocking the burr off, but, you know, that's, you know, it's pretty easy anyways. So what I'm curious at is when I actually do a burr removal, trying to reveal my apex. I want to know how it goes then. But as of right now, it doesn't feel super soft. It doesn't feel super hard. It just feels, you know. But it's sharpening up incredibly fast, which I do appreciate. And it's very easy to hold my angle. I'm getting good feedback. It's not skatey or anything like that, which would indicate it's harder. But it still feels okay. Like, it doesn't feel like extra soft or anything.
What is that American Leonidas?
I have no idea.
What does that mean, Dennis? What are you asking?
Leonidas?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, he's talking about this. Oh, Spartans? Yeah, it's a Spartan. I don't think it's Leonidas. It's just a Spartan.
Oh, I see.
USA, baby! Yeah, it's a USA made shirt.
That shirt don't want this smoke. Stop eyeing me, bro.
All right, let's get it. All right. Looking good. I have one little spot though right here that I'm not hitting perfectly for some reason. So I'm gonna do a couple extra passes to clean it up. Also, the very tip, I'm missing the back of the bevel. So what does that mean? How do I do that? So anytime you're having struggles, okay, so when you're on the stone right now, like right now, my problem is I'm not hitting the back of the tip edge bevel. So the edge bevel at the tip, I'm not hitting the back of the bevel, the top of the bevel. So I'm locking my wrist, I'm using my elbow, so my angle's good. We're good with that. But why am I not hitting the back of the bevel? So one way to fix that is do the exact same thing. Get your angle, lock your wrist, same exact way. But this time when you get to the tip, right here, just like this, I'm going to raise up my elbow as high as I can, but I'm going to slightly kink my wrist. This is where fluctuations of wrist come in, and it can benefit you. So like right there, I just did it. You can probably barely see that I'm doing it, but I am. I'm barely fluctuating my wrist right here, just beep, like that, beep. Just a little tiny bit. I'm exaggerating on camera to show you guys, but that's what I'm doing with my wrist ever so slightly to hit the back of the bevel. Now, after a while, when you've gotten used to holding your wrist, locked in, using your elbow, and you're used to going back and forth, holding a perfect angle. And many times you can use your body and not use your arms at all, or use your body and your elbow, but not your wrist. But when you start getting good at that, you can add in these little tricks that I'm talking about, like right at the tip, fluctuate, pop your wrist, right? And the more you do that, the more you'll get used to adding your wrist in a way that benefits you, rather than letting your wrist just flop all over the place and it working against you.
Yeah, we don't like them floppy wrist gangs.
And that little bit worked perfect. The edge bevel looks solid, looks great. Now we are ready. Wait, we gotta do this side still.
Jared, can you let everyone know why you like to use soapy water versus just water?
Okay, so just water is fine on venev stones, but soapy water adds oil to the water from the soap, and it helps lift heavier particles up that would likely just rest, that would just drop down and then embed the stone. So it's more likely to help. You okay?
Yeah, I hit my head.
You okay, baby?
Because I was being naughty.
Why were you being naughty?
I was doing bad things.
What were you doing?
You'll see later.
Oh shit. That bevel looks good. Okay, so
You look good.
the oil, the soapy oil. Thank you.
You're welcome.
It helps pick up the particles. That's what it does. So water does the same thing, but soapy water's better. It's just it helps pick up heavier particles. Okay, now we're moving to the next venev stone. We're moving to the 240. 240. This is basically like a 500 grit, 600 grit. I call it a 600 because I can't tell any difference between any of my 600s and this one. So we're going to call it a 600. What's wrong?
Kyle said, LMAO bumping your head under the desk while being naughty. No wonder Jared sharpens so well.
You guys are learning my tricks.
Jared didn't do it. His hands were on the camera the whole time. I didn't even mean it that way. That's funny.
That's what it sounded like, though.
I didn't catch that.
You didn't catch that?
I did not. Well, no, because I was just thinking about how I hit my head.
That girl hits her head after being naughty underneath the table. What does that say?
I get it now.
Yeah. Yeah, it's looking so good. Yeah, this steel's sharpening up really good. I'm happy with it, but I just don't think it feels extremely hard. It's Italian, it's Italian. Now, I will say, though, my other LMAX, same company, I like it. I think it's done a really good job. Do I have it out there? No, I left it over there. I love it. I got a polished edge on it. It's held it really good. It's a slightly convex polished edge, but it's held it really good. It was pretty easy to sharpen. I'm trying to think if I can remember if it feels the same as this. I don't remember. I'd have to put it back on the stone again. But I do remember the deburring it went very, very good. All right, let's do the reverse pass and get this other side. I'm contemplating on whether or not I want to take this to a polish or not. LMAX does do good with a polish. Normally, if it's a harder steel, it does good. If it's on the softer side, I would say stick with a medium grit. So it does depend. So, but we'll see. Now, whether or not it takes it really good is separate from whether or not it can hold it. Yeah, get
There's more than 2 dentists. I think you need to refresh because on my side, I mean, it's still low, but I have 20
What are you talking about?
likes.
Hey, hit the damn like button.
Hey! Hit the damn like button. Jared, can you recommend a good work knife and crew wear from Brand New American?
Yeah, Spyderco Pair
I
PM2.
knew you were going to say that. So
No other companies.
basic.
No other companies are using crew.
Don't you
wear.
guys kind of...
Wait, no, Benchmade too. You can go Benchmade. Benchmade has a couple knives in crew wear, so you can go with Benchmade or Spyderco. I'd go with Spyderco.
Don't you guys kind of think that the PM2 is like the pumpkin spice latte of knives? It's like the basic bitch knife.
I wouldn't say that.
I totally would. It's like
Well,
that
yeah,
one.
but that's-
In the knife community, it's like everyone has a PM2. It's like,
Why is that a pumpkin spice latte?
you know what? If you got it, you'd get it.
I don't.
Well, you're not a basic bitch.
So it's like the crescent wrench of knives. You mean?
No.
Like everybody has a crescent wrench.
I smashed that like Kara's head. I whacked it so hard on the table. No, it's like, okay, let me think of a different analogy. But it is like the PSL of knives. Like, okay, at Starbucks, pumpkin spice latte is a basic thing. Like, everyone gets it. It's not new. It's not unique.
That's insulting to knife guys, though.
A little bit, but it's kind of funny. It's like
Insulting.
a meme.
You could say, how
Pumpkin
about this?
spice lattes are great,
whoa,
though.
why wouldn't it just be the coffee?
No. Pumpkin
Does
spice
it- whoa, whoa, whoa,
lattes are
but
good.
wouldn't
It's just that
coffee be-
everyone has them,
wouldn't
and
coffee
everyone
be
says they're
basic?
their favorite.
Wouldn't coffee?
No. Coffee
Sounds
has
like
so
a
many
pumpkin
different
spice
roasts.
latte. Sounds like it's like an upgraded version, which I guess the crew wear might
Well, see, okay, Steven, thank you. He gets it.
be. Yeah, of course he does. Liar.
Kara can't
We just
announce your-
found out Steven's a liar.
No.
All right, I'm going to do my reverse pass.
I'm going to think of a better
Oh, I feel this
analogy. You
burn.
just wait. You just wait.
Still there. So somebody was saying they were having problems with their M390 on their Mannix. So my question would be, how old is your Mannix? What year is it? Because I would say if it's anything from the past 2 years, it should be good. Anything from like 3 years and before, yeah, maybe there might be some issues because they were like kind of, I don't know. M390 at first from all companies wasn't good. And it took over testing and finding out and all this stuff until companies started doing it very well and started being able to do it very well. So, but usually Spyderco's M390 is really good. All right, let's finish. So this stone right here, this is the 400 venev, which is basically a 1200 grit. So it's going to be the stone after, this is like the last stone before I go to a polish. So this will basically be the make it or break it stone. If it does good on this stone, then I'll go to the polish. If it doesn't do that good on it, I'm going to drop it back down to the stone before this. So let's see how it does. But yeah, for clip point lovers, people that love hunting blades, outdoors blade shapes, and even good for EDC, I would say that they're still good for everyday carry, especially certain kinds of trailing point, clip point blades.
Hey,
Trailing clip point blades. What?
Michael Shakarian, sorry, I don't know how to say your name, is here. I might be wrong, but I think he was the one we were messaging telling about this because he had like some questions or something. We told him that this live would happen, and he made it. I think, if I'm
Nice.
remembering right,
Welcome.
forgive me if I'm wrong, we get a lot of messages, but I'm pretty sure.
Welcome. But so what I don't know, I forgot the fuck I was saying now. Yeah,
See, PSL and PM2, they even like sound the same. Yeah, they have acronyms.
the the hell was I about to say?
That you love me? Oh, that wasn't it? Oh. You were thinking that, though.
Yeah, I was thinking that.
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking.
Yes. See, good memory. That is Michael. Yes, Michael, if this goes for Michael and anyone else, as I repeated a few times throughout the live. If you guys have any questions at all, please just leave them in the chat. I will absolutely make sure Jared answers them.
We got a pretty
the
good giveaway
beauty.
for you guys, too.
Yep, we have a giveaway coming up later, and that is the beauty of the members' chats, is that this is the time.
This is the time. This is the time to ask me anything.
Email and Instagram is one thing, but like typing
the
a
time.
response is so much worse.
Especially
than
when
this.
you're trying to show something. Like,
Right.
how can you relay pressure, angle,
It's hard.
wrist flex, thrusting?
Oh, that's right. Yeah, and he also got the knife in the thing that we had to switch from the sale.
What?
The sale when I had to switch the knife and send the different
Oh,
one back.
yeah.
I'll take a Venti PM2 hole with 2 pumps classic and hold the foam at 140 degrees. You just start losing your mind and mixing knife stuff and coffee orders as you walk up to the counter. Okay, hold on. We got a bing dong. We got a ding dong, bing bong. All right, Kirko with the 5 bones. Neves got an ADV. Wait, what's an ADV? Got an.
It's a DeViller. Andre DeViller.
Oh, Andre DeViller. Oh, I love his knives of any model. Also, sup, guys. Carco, sup. And no, we don't. I wish we did, though. I know they're beefy boys, but like when I had my I want a giant knife phase because I have Napoleon syndrome era, I wanted one of those so bad.
I've had many of them in for sharpening, but no,
You
I do
have?
not. Yeah, tons of them.
Why you never let me touch one?
I have. Many times.
Oh, I
Many
did touch
times.
one.
You
Just
touched
one,
them-
though.
I touched a few.
I have not touched a few.
Do you remember that time when there was that blue one?
I remember the blue one.
Okay, in that same time, you
Yeah.
touched 3 of them.
I did not touch 3.
Okay.
I might have poked them.
Okay.
I don't think I handled them in a memorable way, though.
Obviously.
Obviously
you must not
not,
like
right?
them that much.
Yeah, maybe I don't.
You don't even remember them.
Yeah, maybe I,
But yeah, I've gotten a lot of them for sharpening.
maybe I don't. I just like the way they look.
They do look cool.
Eyes beefy boy.
Okay, so we're working on the other side with the 1200 grit, hoping the grip pattern looks nice and flat. The edge bevel looks nice and flat with the new grip pattern. Trying to keep it nice and flat because the only way we're going to be able to go from this to the polish is if our edge bevel is looking nice and clean. If you're to this point and your edge bevel has lots of facets in it and you can see the grip pattern moving all over the place, you have lines in your bevels and things like that from different edge angles, your polish is not going to go well. You need this part to look really good in order to move on to a polish. Otherwise, your polish will not take out those scratches and imperfections.
Michael, thank you so much for the 5 bones.
Shout out to Michael. Thank you, brother. So the bevel's looking pretty good. It's a little tiny bit convex. I'm going to work on it a little bit. Plus I have a little bit up here that doesn't have a burr yet. I have a burr from heel to belly, but not the tip yet. But I do want to possibly go back to this side. And possibly do a couple more passes on this side. Go ahead, baby.
2 quick things. For one, Papa Pita said that you've improved his sharpening tremendously.
That's awesome.
And that if
man.
he could just only drive a trailer backwards, he would be set with everything.
Oh man, I wish I could teach you that. right
Irish
now.
Bomb Squad gave him a tip.
I've taught a lot of people
He
how
said
to, how to back
Irish
up a trailer.
Bomb Squad said that the trick is to hold the bottom of the steering wheel or steer with the bottom of the steering wheel. Everything is backwards that way.
The trick is start
Oh,
with
you got
a
a trick.
large trailer. The smaller the trailer, the harder it is. The smaller the trailer, the more your movements affect the how fast it moves. So if it's a bigger trailer, you can have a little bit of play, and you get a lot better feeling of how it's turning. So obviously don't go with the something too outrageously big, but a 20-foot trailer or something is relatively easy to back up. And also remember that it's the opposite, right? So if you turn right, it's going to go left. You go left, it's going to go right.
Also, Brand New American is wondering, are there any small cold steels?
Yeah, Tough Light.
That's a cold steel?
Cold Steel Tough Light.
I actually never noticed that was a cold steel.
Mm-hmm. There's a bunch of other ones too. They got like the mini what the hell is it? They got a bunch of minis too. Of some of the big ones.
Yeah, they do.
I don't like them, but they got them.
Even that new one with the weird lock isn't that big.
But that's a full-size knife. That's not a small.
I know it's not a mini, but it's not as big as a lot of their stuff either.
It's a full-size knife. What are you talking about?
It's just regular.
It's like 8 inches.
That's regular.
It's a large knife. It's not a small knife for sure. All right.
Kyle said, Jared, do you ever notice that you get scratch pattern even, but the burr isn't even? Do you then go more to get a burr, or trust the chasing grit his
No,
apex?
you continue, because what's probably happening is your grip pattern has just hit the apex, but not enough to where you have a burr yet. So that's why you want to continue working on until you have a burr. The point is, though, is that when you see the grip pattern, you're right there on the verge of getting a burr.
Right track.
And then also when, like say if it wasn't hitting right here yet, right? So you continue working on it, and then you kind of feel it slightly. Well, then you have a small burr at the very least. So now you can start working on getting small burrs, because you don't want a massive burr. There's going to be times, especially when you're learning, you're going to be making your burrs way bigger than you need to. But when you get really good, you're going to work on trying to get small burrs. You're going to have a better chance of getting a really clean apex when you have a small burr. And a lot sharper of an edge, a lot better quality of an edge.
Yeah, I feel like backing up a trailer is like patting your head and rubbing your stomach, like the way that it moves.
Yeah.
I've only ever tried it once, and it was just into a driveway, wide space, so I did it successfully. But it was really weird feeling, and also like I at the time had never owned a large truck. My car was like a manual Civic, so like just getting used to even having to rely on pickup truck mirrors as my form of backing up instead of actually looking with my eyeballs was really strange too.
I started learning how to back up a trailer at 10 years old. So
Lord Almighty.
I grew
No,
up on
I'm
the
saying that's
construction
crazy.
site, so.
That's a big deal. That wasn't sarcastic. I didn't mean it to
Yeah,
sound
it
that
was.
way. No, it really wasn't. It was an
Sounded like it.
accident.
All
I
right,
didn't mean
so
it.
we have the burr over here. It's very small though, so I'm not even going to do a reverse pass. I'm just going to go right into it. And hopefully this starts going well. If this stone doesn't go well, I am going to bring it back down to the 600. And basically just cover my edge bevel with the 600 grit stone instead of this. Now, the thing is though, is that this is the first sharpening. So there is a huge potential that if this doesn't go good, that doesn't mean that there's anything wrong with the steel or anything like that. I just might have to do one more sharpening on it, and then everything will be good to go. And yeah, I think it's feeling really good. The steel doesn't feel bad. Like I said, it doesn't feel super hard or anything, but it feels good. It has been sharpening very fast. The handle definitely complements the blade shape, so it's very easy to hold my angle. I am sitting here talking and sharpening at the same time though, and when you go to a polish, you do have to focus a lot more. If you're looking for a flat V grind. If you're wanting a convex, then it's not that big of a deal, because you can convex and fluctuate your bevel to where it's going to come out better because you have room for error. When you're doing a V grind, you don't have any room for error. Ooh, that came out really good though. That was good. Not too bad. I'm gonna go over this side one more time because I can see some spots at the tip I need to hit. Now we're gonna flip and do the other side. Let's get to it. In Germany, you have to have an extra license for trailers. That's crazy.
Yeah, that's nuts.
Here, it depends on your air brakes. If you have air brakes, then you have to have a CDL. If it doesn't have air brakes, then it doesn't matter. But there are different classes. But for trailers, no, you don't. That just doesn't even make sense. Like, talk about your country not trusting you, or your abilities, or your family's ability to teach you how to
Probably
do
about
things.
money.
It's definitely about money, but that's where, when the government starts stepping in and starts putting regulation this, regulation that, it just fucking hurts us, man. Leave us alone.
Teachers, leave them kids alone. Bow, bow, bow. Name that song, baby. Please, teacher, leave them kids alone. Do you know it?
What? I'm sorry, I'm focusing right now.
You can't name that song?
What song?
All in all, it's just another brick in the wall. There, I just named it for you.
I said it at the same time.
I know, you were singing with me.
This is looking good.
Name that band. What about that, baby? You know who sings that?
Damn, I am missing the tip.
Oh, no. It
So
didn't get a
if
burr?
you look really quick, no, it's not about the burr right now. It's about the back of the edge bevel.
Yowie.
I'm missing the back of the tip with the edge bevel. I'm trying to get you guys to see it. So the only way I'm going to be able to fix that is if I'm going to try to take a couple passes and see if I can fix it on this stone, but it looks like I should have fixed it on the stone prior. So what will happen is if I finish from here, I'll have a little shadow at the back of my edge bevel at the tip. Yes, I can just get it out the next sharpening, or I can drop it back down right now and get it, but I'm not going to. I'm going to try to get it with this stone. Hopefully it works. If not, then we're just going to move on. So I'm going across the stone, and when I get to my tip, I'm doing that little pop of the wrist. Basically, when I get to here, I'm just like kind of going wink like that. And it makes that sound wink. See that? Wink.
Wink?
Wink.
It's winking at you.
Is there any comments?
Oh, you have the original wall. That's awesome. Kara, I replied to you this morning. FYI. Okay, I'll look at it.
All right. Burr, heel to tip.
Everybody knew it was brick in the wall, but I don't think anybody knows what part. There's 3 brick in the walls. I actually like part 1 better. It's really short, but it's interesting sounding. I just like the way it sounds. What is? What are you asking there, Michael? A little confused. Just a little bit confused. Same, in Canada, regular license unless you have air brakes. Mind you, different provinces have different regulations here. Your trailer has to be inspected every year in Ontario when you buy it. Damn. Nope, it is part 2.
Shit, we used to have it. I think Wisconsin just recently changed it. But depending on the size of the trailer, you don't even need plates on your trailer. In certain states, like Wisconsin, right? Illinois, you do have to have plates. So, like when I would have trailers and going to job sites and stuff, you know, there were times we rode around with no plates because we just didn't have them on the trailer. But as long as our job was in Wisconsin, it didn't matter. Now they did, like the past couple years, they've kind of messed with that. But I think as long as it's, I think as long as you can see the lights on the vehicle, then you don't need trailer lights or tags or anything. I think that's how that goes in Wisconsin. All right, so we need to go and work on it a little bit longer. It's looking pretty good, but a little cloudier than I'd like. So try it again. Look at the progression. Okay, it's starting to look a little bit better, but man, a little cloudier than I would think. But let me light this real quick. I'm just conditioning my stone really quick. Bring out a little bit more diamond. Knock down some of the resin. Expose some of the diamond. Not going too crazy with it. You can see my stone looks 10 times cleaner than it did.
Michael asked, how do you disassemble a Benchmade Aries with that access lock, and do you have a video on it?
I don't, but you can watch it. There's a lot of videos. I don't know about on that exact knife, but you can watch. Nick Shabazz has videos taking apart access style locks from Benchmade. So that's what I'd watch if I was you. Watch Nick Shabazz's video. Do me a favor, go plug that in for me. It's dead.
Okay.
All right. Now, hopefully this will bite a little bit harder into this bevel. Oh yeah, it already feels better. Yeah, buddy, it's feeling good. Yeah, I need to recondition my stones, get out my silicon carbide powder, and re-flatten them down, clean them up. I use these things so much that, you know, I don't have to do it that often. Like if this was a natural stone, I'd have to do it every sharpening. With these veneves, you can do it like one every like 40, 50 sharpenings. As far as flattening, you still should condition them like once every like 5, 6, maybe 10 sharpenings. But it just depends. Like if I was reprofiling on them, then maybe a little bit more often. But I usually use my Atoma for that and then finish with the veneves. So
At the end of the stream, when we come back up, I want to bring this up. The action on this bad boy, I've just been sitting here. It's like, whoa.
okay, I'm dropping down really quick back to my 1200 really quick. And I'm going to hit this again. I don't like the way this is going. And it's me. It's not anything but me. It's me.
Kyle said, Jared, I just went to local glass company and got a 16 by 16 piece of float glass polished and guaranteed flat for $37.
Nice. Oh, yeah. That's for flattening stones. That's good shit. I bought one that came with like a little kit. It came with the powder and then a piece of glass with a rim around it. That's what I have. But you can use anything as long as it's perfectly flat and very hard. I'm trying to do like 20 passes. About, I haven't been counting, but I can kind of feel it. When I feel my bevel feel nice and flat, then I'll switch back. Hopefully that worked. Yeah, it looks good. Hopefully this will work now.
What's the deal with MagnaCut? That sounds like a comedian line. What's
What do
the
you
deal
mean?
with MagnaCut? Like, what's that guy's name? What's his name? The comedian, the guy from frickin' that show, Seinfeld. With Jerry Seinfeld, right? That's his
Yeah,
name, Jerry?
yeah.
That sounds like his comedian line. What's up with that? You know how he always did that?
No,
You didn't?
no.
Like, you know how it's like a joke that comedians start things like, what's up with airplane food? You know, like they always start a line like that. You've never heard that, like, reference?
I watched Seinfeld, but I don't know.
I'm not even talking about Seinfeld anymore. I'm just saying, in general, it is
Oh,
like a
I
running
thought you were
joke.
specifically talking
But
about
he
Jerry
does that for
Seinfeld.
real. But I'm just saying, like, it's kind of like a running joke with comedians where, like, in cartoons and stuff, they'll be like, so have you, like, what's up with airplane food? Like, and they'll always do that, like, that, what's up with that?
Huh.
That's just what it reminded me of. Anyway, what's up with MagnaCut? You think
I
it's
don't
good?
know.
What's your
I don't
opinion?
understand.
What's your opinion?
I don't understand what that means.
What's your opinion on it?
I've talked about it in lots of videos. It depends on how it's heat treated. I think a lot of companies, are using it obviously for the first time, so they're learning it. And I think as time goes on, it'll just get better and better and better. I think there's a few companies that are doing a really good job with it, but I think most companies are running it a little soft. So it just depends on the company. But most companies run it soft. They get feedback from the community, which they know off the bat. Right? Most of them know off the bat, yet they still run it soft, and then the community comes out freaking out, and then all of a sudden they're like, well, we're going to raise it. We're raising it. It's like, why didn't you do it from the fucking beginning when everybody's bitching about it? Now a bunch of people have a bunch of soft MagnaCut, don't want to have to buy a second one in order to get a good heat-treated one. But, I understand from some companies that they don't want to ruin a bunch of knives, so they'd rather run it a little soft rather than ruin a bunch of steel and then them be out a bunch of money. So I get that, but hopefully more companies continue to raise their HRC and continue doing a better job with it, because a lot of them are just running it a little too soft. Yeah.
2 quick questions for you. Irish Bomb Squad asked, did you just swap 1200 grit? Wait, I'm sorry. Hold on. You just swapped out the 1200 grit. I keep saying grit. Grit. What did you put back in? I wasn't here for that part.
Okay, so I was at my 800. I swapped it out for my 400, which is 1200 grit. So the 800 is like 3500 grit.
Oh, are you using venev?
Yeah.
I thought you started with Atoma.
That was a long time ago.
I didn't know. I didn't hear the venev part. I only just realized it because of the
So
weird grit
I
thing.
switched over to my 400, which is 1200, because my grit pattern it was looking cloudy from the 800, which it should be damn near a mirror. And it wasn't coming out really polished. It was coming out more cloudy. So I dropped it back down, redid my bevel, my scratch pattern on my bevel with the 1200, so that it would get out any scratches that the 800 was incapable of getting out. And then I went back to this one now to polish it. And now I'm going to flip to the other side, which is, I do think I rushed through a couple stones, and that's why it came out a little more cloudier than it probably should have, but it's not that big of a deal, and in many cases a cloudy finish is even better.
Kyle said, Jared, do you enjoy more feedback from water stones or less feedback and the finish from veneves because you're more experienced than most?
I love feedback from stones. I do not like not having feedback, but I think veneves give you good feedback. Obviously, the higher the grit, the lower the feedback, right? That's with any stone. But you still have a good amount of feedback from it. But yes, Japanese stones are going to give you more feedback. However, a 6,000 grit Japanese stone isn't going to be nowhere near as polished as a 800 from veneve.
Why are so many people saying that their decas are soft?
That's because it's MagnaCut.
Brand New American said that he had that too.
Yeah, that's because Hogue was running it soft. Hopefully they're going to raise it up now. But like I said, though, it's like, oh, well, good. Now you're raising it up after I already have the soft one.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Maybe they will, maybe they won't. But hopefully they do raise up their HRC.
Hey,
but
man.
I will say, though, even though it is a little soft, it's not bad. Like, I did an edge retention test on it, and it did okay. Like, it wasn't phenomenal. Like, it's not... Like I said in the video, it felt like it was on the softer side, but the heat treat felt like it was good. It just felt like it needed to be harder. So I think they're doing a good job with it. I just think they need to bump up the HRC and make it a little bit harder. But all in all, though, you know, it wasn't bad. Like, I think most people will be able to get by just fine with it. However, after experiencing very well done MagnaCut, you can really feel the difference. So I understand why people want their MagnaCut done very well, because there's a huge difference. But I did wind up buying one of those myself, so I do have one of those MagnaCut decas as well.
Chair's hurting my back.
And that was even after my testing, so it wasn't bad enough to keep me from buying it. So don't feel bad if you have one, like you have a crap knife or something. That's not the case. You have a good knife.
It's still usable.
Then no, it's more than usable. The knife is just fine. It just, yes, it could be a little bit harder steel, but all in all, it's a good knife. It'd be a solid light duty carry knife. It's not like it's a hard use knife as it is. Yes, with Hogues and Benchmade, you can be a little bit tougher on them. They do have the Axis style lock or Able lock, but that doesn't mean, because, you know, with the Deca, it's got FRN handles, so, you know, how hard can you be on it? The fucking thing flexes.
Shane said
But once we get the new scales that we got coming, it's going to be a different story, guys, so watch that video coming soon.
Shane said he heard that they already raised it.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I said. They're supposedly erasing it, but I mean, I haven't tested it, so I don't know if it's happened or not without testing it. They can say they did fucking something. I don't know if they did or not without having it in hand or seeing somebody like Brian test it. I have a brand new one. I got it like a week ago, but who knows how long Blade HQ had it for, right? So I guess that's the thing. When is the ones that were raised coming out? And at what point do all the old ones that had the softer heat treat get sold before you wind up getting one of those? Who knows, right? But anybody who winds up getting one specifically from the factory that you know, like you talk to them, I'm happy to test it. All right, this is the finishing stone before we go to stropping.
Todd Carr says, big difference between what is wanted on a fixed blade versus a folder.
Yes.
If the steel can take it, higher HRC is always preferred on a folder.
Yes. Because your biggest thing is edge retention. Toughness is usually, I mean, of course you need a little bit of toughness because you need the level of toughness for like edge stability and things like that and impact resistance. But it's not your main thing. The main thing you want is a nice, hard, long-lasting edge retention.
I don't know how you sit in that chair all day. I can't do it anymore. It's terrible.
What chair?
The chair that I'm sitting. It hurts. It's hurting my back so bad.
Yeah, it sucks.
It's terrible. I'm happier on the floor.
That's not good.
Well, you know, sometimes when your back
Very
like
sharp.
hurts from stuff, sitting or laying on the floor is like the best thing you can do because it's just like flat, even surface. I think, honestly, more than like soft things or not good mattresses and things like that, the worst thing in the world, at least for my back, is when a surface is just barely uneven. Like, that is what ruins my back more than anything. If I sit in a slightly uneven leaning position for a while, that's what gets me. That is what gets me.
I'm just trying to get the back of the bevel at the tip on this side really quick. Hopefully I got it. If not, I'm not going to work on it too long.
Hey, Ed.
All right, so let me see.
Narid, have you ever done a video on tip repair, like where you take?
Yes, I have
Like
multiple.
where-
I have multiple videos on the subject. I have some where you take the steel from the spine, and I also have some where you take the steel from the edge, depending on how much damage it is and the type of knife it is. But yeah, watch my videos on it. I have 2 videos on tip repair. I even show in I've done it more than twice too, but like, you know, you can, if you have a belt, you can remove, like you can use stuff to remove steel fast, you know, before you set your bevel, or you can just literally use a stone and grind the metal off. I got a burr on my finished mirror polished edge. What would you recommend to remove it without messing up the mirror polish? I got a burr on my... Okay, so what you'd want is whatever, I don't know what stone you were finishing on, but say your stone was like this one, right? 3/2 micron. That's what this stone is. So my strap, the compound I have on it, is going to be 3 micron or less. So 1 micron, 2 micron, 3 micron, quarter micron, but I'm not going to go over 3 micron because that's what this stone is. So that's what I would recommend. So just get a strap that has an abrasive on it that's finer than the stone you finished on. I'm going to use my stone as my strap in this case. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to deburr like this. So I'm basically using my stone as my strap. And you can do that as well. That does work really good. And you're just trying to, all you're trying to do is catch the burr. You're not trying to use it like a strap in the sense that you're really letting the stone, you know, grind your bevel. You're letting it barely touch the apex with very, very light pressure. I can't emphasize that enough. No pressure. And let the stone snag the burr. Because basically what it'll do is, to say this is your burr, the stone will come by and go like this and just rip it off. That's what you're trying to do. And that's what I did there. So now, no strap necessary. Give me a piece of paper, baby. You know what? Fuck it. We'll just use this paper towel. Let's see how good it is. Off the stone. No strap.
Damn. Ayo. Wow.
Didn't even do that.
Can you do a curve? Woohoo, baby! Wow.
Nah, I got the rip.
Cutting-
Yes, I can do curves.
Cutting a paper towel is so hard because it's not taut either. Like, you're not even pulling that tightly. Like, that's just
All right,
crazy.
let's try something. Somebody said it the other day. Why don't you do a wet paper towel?
A wet paper towel? I would think that would be easier, no?
No, way harder.
Way harder?
Far harder, yeah.
I feel like it would just fall apart.
That's the point. I am going to pinch both sides when I do it.
He seems logical. Damn.
Wet paper towel, and it is wet. So very, very, very sharp. Now I am going to just touch it on the strap. I don't need to, but I'm just touching it on the strap, making sure there's nothing, no pressure, and I'm literally only going to do that much right there. That's it. That's it. Do not want to overstrop. Ooh, that sucker sticky. So the polished edge did come out good. I will say though, I do have a couple imperfections. You know, I'm not perfect, right? There's times where, like, obviously right now, if it was that big of a deal, I would just redo it, right? I would just start back at my 600 grit and do it again. But I'm not that worried about it because I know that I'm going to resharpen this in no time. So I'm going to use this edge as much as possible. It's a damn good edge. Yes, I do see a couple facets here and there. It's a perfectly flat bevel. So the bevel's nice and flat, nice and even on both sides. But I have some shouldering. What that means is that my polish is hitting my entire edge bevel except for a couple spots on the top of the bevel where I can see where it didn't get a couple scratches out at the top of the bevel, and a little bit at the back of the bevel on the tip. But mostly, for the most part, it's good. Like, it's a beautiful edge. Most people would be very, very happy with this edge. I know I'm happy with it, so I know most people would be. Come on. I don't know if I'll be able to show you guys on the camera because it's hard, but maybe I can. No, let's try. Anyways, it looks really good. It's incredibly, incredibly sharp. Beyond hair popping. It will 100% whittle a hair. So
now cut some wet toilet paper.
Let's do a giveaway. How about that? You guys ready for some giveaway action? How many people we got in here?
Well, I mean, we have more watching than are what's in the chat. I don't know how to see what's just in the chat.
All right, well, I guess let's give away some knives. So I'm going to give away, I just got this, it's new, and it's one of the Raffir Noble handled Kaisers. This one is the Begleiter. I figured that'd probably be one of the most sought after ones. It does have the hardware inside here. And then it is a button lock. It is a button lock and S35 VN blade steel. See, and listen, this is one you'd think I would keep because I have my collection of Begleiters, and I don't think I have any in S35 VN. So I'm giving my S35 VN button lock Begleiter to you guys.
Can you raise it up?
I did make a first impressions video on this if you guys want to see it. The Kaisers with the Raffir scales, Raffir Noble scales. So brand new in the box. Dropping it in here. So this is one of the knives we're going to give away. And
yeah, and these things are a good giveaway because they're redonkulously priced.
They're very expensive, man. Like, I think they're a bit overpriced. So yeah, this is a great giveaway. Yeah. Now, maybe next Bang Gang Live we'll give away some sharpening stuff because I do have some sharpening stuff I need to give you guys. You got some ceramic rods right now we can give away. Possibly some like gunny juice. And then maybe a sharpening stone or something. I got some stuff we can give you guys. But this time we're doing, we have a QSP Penguin. This one is a gray micarta. Brand new, still in the pouch.
So are we doing 3 separate giveaways right now?
Yes.
Okay. All right, I'm going to make the disclaimer. All right, guys, you ready? Here's the disclaimer. Your chat on YouTube prioritizes your comments a lot of times. We have a system that is giving us exact times. We're going by our screen. Your screen might prioritize you and make it look like you've won when you have not. We're going to go by the exact times. That is that. Please don't argue with me. Please don't send me
What she just
emails.
said was that you guys' computer might show you that you were first, which is not true. We have to go by what our computer says. So don't send us screenshots later that saying that you won. because that's how everybody's computer goes. We have to go off of our computer and who comes up first to us.
Because we'll get like 6 people that send us a screenshot all saying they won, so they can't all have won, right?
Right.
Okay, so.
And I got one more, so calm down. And then we have the carbon fiber gold shred Imperium.
That's pretty.
So we have the Civivi Imperium. This is a really good one, guys. This is an awesome, awesome knife. I probably should just keep this one. I'm just joking, but it is really good. Great example too. Detent is perfect. Thumb stud and front flipper action. Beautiful drop point blade. I believe it's Nitro V. Yeah, Nitro V steel. And the shred carbon fiber looks beautiful on this. It looks like almost like wet glass. It's really nice. Beautiful, eye-appealing knife and super snappy. Yeah, it's an awesome knife, man. The Imperium's a good one. I think this might be my only shred carbon fiber one left. I've given away a couple of these, but I do have a G10 one. I might have another one of these. I hope I do, because this is my favorite version, is this one. So I'd like, if I only had this one in the G10 one, I would give away my G10 one before this one. So, and obviously right now I am giving it away, so maybe I'm a liar now. But I think I might have an extra one. Either way, 3 giveaways. So we're gonna go.
I have a question ready for the first one.
Do you?
Yes.
Okay, we'll give it 1 second.
Okay.
Third place is going to be the QSP Penguin. Second place is going to be the Imperium, the Civivi. And in first place will be the Kaiser. We're going to start 3, 2, 1. What's your question?
Okay, so we're going to do this a little bit differently. Instead of me saying the question out loud, I'm actually going to type it in the chat. And so when you see the question in the chat, that's your cue to start. This way people don't guess before, because they hear my words before they see them. So we're going to do it like that. And then as soon as I see the answer, it's done. And I'll throw stop in the chat, or I'll just say it, whatever. So I'm going to go ahead with the question.
Why is this thing not focused?
All right. Questions in the chat.
I have in the pot.
Do you hear me? Did you hear?
No. Got it. Somebody heard in the microphone, probably.
No. Euros. This is gonna be interesting. You guys are on the right track.
You can guess more than once.
Yeah, guess more than once. Keep it rolling. And you guys are close. It's just gonna be like a general refrigerator type food.
Ooh, that was a good hint.
Oh, I can't count that, can I?
Yeah, I would get. Yeah, you could. I think you should.
Oh, should I?
I think you should.
But that's not true.
Well, it's close.
It's not true,
it's close.
though.
Somebody was really close, but they put too many words behind it.
Yeah, that's not true. I can't count it, because that's literally a whole different thing.
Not really.
I know, but they were just...
Ha ha, Shane.
Oh, man.
22 long rifle. I'll tell you what, I've put down many of them with the 22 long
Yeah,
rifle.
I can't count that, because it was too specific, so it was like the whole different thing.
Come on, guys. Refrigerator food.
Let's put it like this.
Food.
Somebody literally said it in the chat, but it was just too specific.
Hey! Seems logical. Got it right before Paul.
Oh, all right, everybody
so
stop.
you have the QSP Penguin. Like I always tell you guys, if one of these knives you guys already have, you guys do have the ability to swap it for a different knife. So don't ever forget that. You guys always have the ability to swap anything if you guys already have one of these knives. I always tell you guys that, no matter if you're patron, if you're whatever. If we do a giveaway and you already have the knife you won, just say I want to swap it. All right, so
I said that in the chat to them.
Okay, number 2 is going to be the Civivi Imperium. What is the question, baby?
Let me think. Give me 1 second to think.
Why don't they try to guess the knife Never mind. You know what would be a good one? Name one knife that you have on your desk. That'd be kind of a good one, right? Because you have a bunch, so like as long as
I would
they
have
hit
to know
one-
everything that's over there.
I know
though.
everything that's on there. So as long as they hit one of them, he'd be good.
But
it doesn't matter. Go ahead. Let's just
okay, I
this
can
one.
do something like
Just
that.
do the one you're doing right now. We'll figure something out.
All right, I'm gonna put it in the chat, guys.
Congratulations, Logical.
That was your first.
I thought
time
I know.
winning?
I thought he's won more than that.
Wow, awesome.
I'm happy.
What was the knife he won?
The penguin with gray micarta. It's the original kind. So
Do you already have a penguin? If you do, let us know.
Yeah, if you
we
do,
can change it for something else.
Yeah, we'll change this for something else.
Okay, I gotta watch this really quick.
That's the penguin.
Kyle, flat white is not a flavor. That is a drink.
What was the question?
Jared and I have been obsessed. Okay, stop. Everyone stop. James K. got it.
James,
The answer
congratulations.
is cinnamon. It is a cinnamon syrup that I have been making myself. It is glorious. It's not super sweet, which is why we like it. And then we put a little cinnamon sugar salt mixture on top, which sounds a little strange, but it's fire.
You don't have a penguin yet, Logical? Oh, you're in luck. This is a good
Oh,
one.
you're gonna love it.
Yeah. Hell yeah. It's the washer one, not the bearing one. They
You
do
need to feed it like twice a day though, and he likes ice, and you need a pool of water.
Yeah, so make sure you got a place set up to carry a penguin. Okay. So who won?
James K.
James K. Will you write these down?
pumped.
Write these down.
Yeah, let's get these written down. And guys, please, it seems logical. You have Jared's
Yeah, I'm not worried about
stuff.
him. I'm not worried
But
about him.
James, if you could please email me at neevesknives@gmail.com with your contact info so we can send it to you. Where is a freaking piece of paper? Here we go.
But yeah, Ryan, this one isn't it's the washer one. So it has one Teflon washer and one phosphor bronze washer. They do get very, very smooth, and it already is very smooth, by the way. But the bearings ones do feel quite a bit different. But yeah, very cool.
Wow, this pen writes so well. Holy crap.
It's my tactile pen. That's
I
why.
love
My
this.
tactile.
Sometimes the tactical pens, I'm not. Why don't you have the camera up? Why are we just all weirdly on our crotches?
Because they were looking at their boxes.
Hey guys. So yeah, this tactile pen is awesome. Sometimes the tactical pens
I have another one right
have
here.
like kind of bad ink. Like I sort of went back and forth with the Olight pen. I love the pen, but like this ink right here is just coming out so juicy. I love it.
No, that's a good one. This one, I think I need a new cartridge in it. It's not working as good as it was.
Which knife did James win?
The Imperium, the Civivi Imperium. Gold carbon fiber. And now we have one more, the Kaiser Bagalighter 2 with the Raffier button lock S35 VN. Badassery.
You can. Seems logical. You can just text. That would actually be easier.
Yeah, you're fine. Yeah. You know how to contact us.
Okay. Okay. They all want to look at your crotch again. They loved it. It was a nice shot, apparently.
Maybe at the end here.
What if you just moved it back down and you were just in like heart-covered
All right,
boxers
all
instead? You
right.
just like had no pants all of a sudden. Where did you get this?
That fast.
Where did you get this pen?
Tactile.
That's the name of the company.
Tactile,
Turn or something.
yeah, Tactile Turn. They come in different sizes. They have the small, medium, and large. Mine's the medium. So if you look, it like works really good for EDC organizers. A regular pen would be like this long. This is it's a short pen. So it works great for pocket carry and stuff. And you see I have one hooked to a sheath right here for my Jack Wolf, for one of my Jack Wolves. So it's a nice little way to carry it. But this actually goes to this, by the way. This one I have, this is for my, because this is a tactile bear. And this is the sheath that it goes in. And then I have a pen. This one's my Timascus one. I have a Timascus bolt on this one. But I have a regular one that has just a regular titanium bolt. You can get the Damascus bolt for like 20 bucks. Okay, so what's the next question?
The next thing is James K, and thank you for the 2 bones. Good luck on number 1, everyone. And then Dennis with the 2 crackers. Kebab! I love kebab.
Thank you, Dennis.
I'll show you guys a little quick kebab clip at the end. Kebab. All right, last question. Here we go. I'm going to type it in the chat. Okay, for this, I'm just going to say, I don't care about the brand. I want the specific name only. This is going to be a harder one. For sure.
Shannon's talking about my nip shots.
Your nip shot.
Surprised anybody remembers that. How can we forget Shane? What was the question?
What knife is in my right pocket right now?
Ooh.
Do you want to...
I don't even know the answer. Why aren't you watching these? I don't know the answer.
I'm showing you.
Oh, okay.
It's not as many people. It goes slower so I can see. I accidentally moved it to my left pocket. I don't want it to be a
Someone
lie.
said Butters.
Butters, I wish. Oh my god, that's what I should name my next possum. I have a new possum that's been coming around. I haven't known what to name it. That's the name.
You guys are not even close.
Some people are close. They're in
Not
the right
even,
realm.
not even in the same ballpark.
That's not true. They are.
Come on, guys. You guys got to do better
None
than that.
because you left-handed. Oh,
You want to give them a
shit.
hint? You want to give them a hint?
That would be, yeah, I'll give you a hint. It's,
Just tell them the color.
no, I'm not going to tell them the
Just
color.
tell them the color.
I'm going to tell you, it is a knife that is, what's the price? Sub what?
Oh, man.
Sub 150?
Yeah, it's definitely sub 150. It's
Yeah,
like,
sub
like
150.
115 or 120 or something like that.
Comes in budget versions, comes in a premium version.
It comes in a premium version, too, so there's
also
multiple
one of
different
my
versions.
more favorite brands, if that helps. One of my more preferred
I would have
brands.
just gave him the color. You'd shit right now if you were right, logical. You'd shit. One of these days I'm going to get you and you're going to be right.
What do you say?
It's a kukri. She pulls it out. Yes.
That'd be hilarious.
Yes, it was a kukri.
I should have did that.
Yeah, that would have been hilarious. These guys are starting to lose steam. Like, we've
Fatty
named
slash.
everything.
Okay, all right, I'm going to give you guys another
color.
hint. It is red.
It is red. Think about that. It is red. What knives in our collection are red? We don't have a ton of them.
Yeah, it's not a knife that's not out yet. It's been out.
It's been out,
It's an older design.
but yeah. It's a newer version of an older design.
If nobody gets it in like 5 more guesses, I'll give you the first letter. No.
No, wrong. Wrong.
Wrong!
Wrong.
Oh my gosh, Shane, that's so crazy you said that because I swear I almost put that in my pocket. I was standing up earlier and thinking about putting that in my pocket and then I didn't. All right, I'm going to give you guys the first letter. The first letter of the design name, not the designer, the design name is a Y. Starts with a Y.
Oh, starts with a
Sub
Y.
150,
Starts with a
older
Y.
design with a refreshed color. Starts with a Y. Comes in both...
Starts with a Y.
I don't want to
Starts
see
with
any
a Y.
guesses that don't start with a Y at this point.
Come on, guys.
Where's my Y guesses?
You guys have nothing with a Y. You guys, they're trying to think of a name
Yeah,
with a
they're
Y.
like-
They're like, what fucking knife starts with a Y?
And it's a brand I love. Think about
At least we got some with. Oh, Michael!
Oh, Michael, you
Michael
got
it!
Yay, Michael!
Show them so they believe you.
Oh.
'Cause they don't believe you. Now, if you guys didn't know, this knife has been out for a long time as the premium version, which is a frame lock flipper. This is the new version, which is thumb studs, M390, in red paper micarta. Titanium clip, but it's so good. Guys, whoever likes small knives, this is a fucking banger. Like, watch this. Watch how fall shutty this is. It is super light. The detent is, I would put this in like, if I took all my detents, this would be in the top 20 best detents I have because it's so clicky. The snap is perfect. You have good access to the thumb stud. Easy to spidey flick. The access to the lock bar is good. Stupid smooth. And you can get a full 4-finger grip even though it's a little tiny knife. Fantastic knife. And this is a Ray Laconico design. So this was a good one that they put out. I was surprised how much I like this. Because it's not even the size knives I like, but it's just so good. They killed it. So yeah, congratulations. Michael won. He won the KAVISO, the new KAVISO, very expensive, overpriced in my opinion. Bag lighter with Raffir Noble Scales S35 VN blade steel button lock. So you got a button lock bag lighter and S35 VN with this Raffir Noble Scales.
Really good.
Which is basically, these are metal screens. They take metal screens and they put them in resin and then, you know, cut out scales. So you can actually see the screens on the inside. It's really cool. It is cool looking, but very, very smooth. Now, the button lock version is slightly broader than the original, so it's a little bit beefier in the hand. Not by much, a tiny, tiny bit, but fantastic knife, good detent, great action. KAVISO does a good job with their button locks, so yeah, you have a good one here.
Paul
Centering
Bridgers. Paul Bridgers
not
has
perfect,
been a
but
member.
it's near perfect. The centering. What?
Paul Bridgers has been a member for 2 months, and he says congratulations.
You wrote down his name?
Michael, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Michael, if you didn't see my message, please email me at neevesknives@gmail.com. I know we've been in contact before, but if you could just send me a fresh email at neevesknives@gmail.com, that's where I'm going to be checking.
And I know you don't have one of these.
As well as James, if you could as well, and so we can get those addresses. Do it as soon as you can because I'm trying to go mail tomorrow. So if I don't have your address by tomorrow, then it'll be a little bit later.
You're not going to get it for 6 months.
Get on it.
Also, to the patrons, if you're a Patreon member.
It's over 150 bones in Germany. Wow.
No, it's over 150 bones here.
The Yorkie.
Oh, the Yorkie? Oh. Well, there's different Yorkies.
Yeah, there's different Yorkies.
There is some. There's some that are like
pocket.
$165.
Yeah, Michael, it's his first live, and he's like, "Oh, I made it," or whatever. And I was telling him, like, "Dude, you should come," and he wins something. That's the magic of the banking.
So you got to show up. Also, though, to the patron members, after this live, you guys have your giveaway still over there. So after this live, make sure you watch.
Got another chance, Dennis.
6 chances.
Yeah.
And one of them is the Riet exoskeleton, so don't forget that. But thank you guys for joining us. Thank you guys for being members of the channel. It does help the channel out to have members and have, you know, people supporting us. So thank you guys for that. We try to give back as much as possible. And yeah, congratulations to the winners. Thank you guys for the donations. And love you guys.
Can you answer one question before you leave?
Yeah, of course.
Todd asked, Neves Knives, have you found a button lock that has 0 problems with its lock, stick, lock, lock plate, etc.? Like a perfect...
Yes.
Okay, one more. What is it?
Well, one was the Smooth Criminal. That one was perfect. Perfect detent, no stick, no rock, no play. The Freeman is really good, super solid, great detent, no stick, no nothing. But usually you want a hint of stick. You know what, my malice is really good as well. My mini malice, the Kulix is really good. I have a lot of them that are really good. It's just usually you want a subtle hint of stick. I don't mean lock stick. I mean just like where you feel the button is snug. And the reason why you want it snug is because that snugness reassures you that it's not going to have rock or movement in up and down. So, but yes, I have had some. But I'm always worried every time I have one if the button is perfect and there's absolutely no tightness or stiffness at all. I get worried that it's just a matter of time before this thing starts getting rock. So I usually want it to be a little snug.
Alice Alicord Paracord wants to know. She wants to know if you'd be willing to sell her a ceramic rod. Do you just have an extra one?
Yeah, I got an extra one. I'll just send it to you.
Just, email me, neebsnipes@gmail.com, and send us your address. We'll give you a rod.
I think we have our address, don't we?
We probably do.
Just send
I
it to us
send
just
me.
in case.
I always just ask because then it's fresh in the email.
Yeah,
I don't want to go
We got an
hunting.
extra one we'll send you.
Too many messages to sift through to...
I usually try to keep 2 or 3 of them for giveaways and stuff. So.
Kyle's like, Kaboob is going to have the egg farts today. Way to go, Kara. Oh, poor Kaboob. His little den is going to be all stinky.
Got the egg farts. Yeah.
Stinky
when
den.
Seems Logical said hard-boiled eggs, it was like, damn it.
I couldn't. It was.
I said go for it because it's eggs.
Anyway.
It's eggs. Yeah, he did get it anyway.
But like, you know what I mean? Because it was like, it wasn't. It was raw eggs, like totally different. So I felt like I couldn't. Because I felt like if somebody guessed eggs, that they would be like, wait, that's different. I don't know.
Man, listen to that walk and talk.
Seems Logical says, if you were a movie director and you needed your villain to wield a folding knife, what knife would you give as the prop for your villain?
Ooh.
SOCOM Elite would be good, I feel like. Oh, or the Paragon Warlock.
Oh, yeah, that would be good.
Come on,
yeah, the Paragon Warlock. That'd be a great one for the villain because it's here. I'll just grab it so you guys can hear it.
Yeah, it's right there in that box out there.
I know, you got me stuck, though.
Stuck on you, whoa, stuck
Oh, no, I
like
put it
glue.
out here.
It's in the box. You and me, baby, we're stuck like glue. Whoa.
Do this one. It's a gravity knife. Ah. Yeah, squeeze this without squeezing the bottom and flip it out.
Yeah, Michael, the Vampire Jack is good.
That would be a bad guy knife.
Michael, if you want a Vampire Jack still, they only have one version left for sale. I linked it in the description of this very video that we're in right now.
Yeah,
it's like
hit the link.
It's one of the first 3 things I linked. They only have one left right now, and they're probably gonna sell out. So if you want one, I would get on it quickly.
Yeah, definitely,
James.
because I got the vampire right here. Really good. I love it.
I said bread before someone said breadcrumbs. Does that count? Yeah, I guess, like, when I do these things, I have to, like, go with the exact thing that's in my head and just stick to the exact answer. Because if I start, like, adjusting the answer, then it feels unfair in those things. So, like, it just has to be the exact thing.
I love the
eggs
walk
was
and
the
talk
right
on
answer.
this one. And then what other one do I have out here? Oh, I have this one out here too.
I try not to feed it. Oh, I said I was gonna show you guys some Kaboob. Let me show you some Kaboob before we go. Yeah, I try not to feed them bread and stuff like that because possums can get metabolic bone disease very easily in the wild from not getting enough calcium.
They only live a couple of years. So.
They only live like 2 years in the wild, and they don't get enough calcium a lot. They need to eat whole prey like rats and things like that. That's why I feed them eggs and not hard-boiled, because hard-boiled eggs are typically peeled. You want to give them the raw eggs, or like quail eggs would be the best because of the size would be better for them. But they eat the shell, and it's so that they can get the calcium, and they really need it. Yeah. Let me get you guys a little dose of some Kaboob.
I love these 3. But like I said, my favorite one as of right now, it's this one. It just is. Something about the size. I love how the blade hangs out of the handle, so it's super easy to pull. And listen to that walk and talk. It's too good. I love the ergos. I love all of them, but this one, for some reason, man, this one has just been my ultimate so far. I even got the other clip in sheath. But love the vampire. Vampire, super sweet. Love the blade shape of this one too with the Warncliffe. This one's another, man. This one's really good. It's very difficult for me to even pick between these 3. And also, I love the one with the snake, or the dog leg handle, the spear point, the big belly spear point with the dog leg handle. That one's awesome too. So, man, just picking the favorite one between those 4, it's tough.
Okay, I got 2 quick Kaboob clips for you guys.
So sharp, man.
You guys ready? Hold on. I got 2 of them for you. One is an eating clip, and then one is one where you can see his whole body. Okay. Well, let me get this clear first. I know this isn't the most professional way to do this, but... Look at him eating his bakey. Look at him. He's eating his bakey. Okay, let me show you one now where you can see his whole body. Because in that one, only his little face was in there. So, okay, here's the one where you can see his full body now. Man, you can hear cars. It sounds like we're in the frickin' city. Look at him, he's gonna come up to the camera and sniff it. Look at that tail, boy. Oh, sweet Kaboob. He's such a sweet boy. Look at that butt.
2:14 a.m. seems logical, says.
Yeah, look at that butt. Look at that. You hear the owl? Look at that little Kaboob booty. He's so sweet. Look at him.
Hear him sniffing.
Oh, Kaboob. Look at him filling up the whole camera. Oh,
Fatty.
He's such a
Fatty.
sweetheart. I love him.
I know, how rude. Chewing with his mouth open.
Listen, these things chew like freaking alligators. Like, like that's literally how they chew.
I've seen iguanas and possums fighting in my backyard. Welcome to Florida. I bet you have.
Look at that fucking comment.
Khabib got that
Dump truck,
got
the
that,
butt.
That donkey
He's got a dumping dump truck.
carrying that donk in the back. He working that third shift.
What
yeah,
kind
for
of game
sure.
camera do I work the third shift? Let me tell you something right now, and Jared can vouch for all of this. After lives on Saturday and Friday, or Saturday and Wednesday, and pretty much every night anyway, I get off the live, I play a little bit of COD 3 Custom Zombies, I sit there, I do a round of zombies, I go out, see if Kebab is there, I come back, do a round of zombies, I go see if Kebab is there. I worked that shift till about 3 a.m. last night. Just wanted to see him! And I keep on seeing stupid Baby Bob, okay? Because I've got some Baby Bobs out there right now. We got Kababy and Baby Bob. And I'm going to name the new one I saw Butters because he's a medium-sized fatty who looks buttery and cute. And
I've seen a lot of fights between coons, possums, dogs, cats.
I have a
everything. Skunks.
I have a clip of... Oh, yeah, I have a skunk named
a lot of
Sally. Sally came last night, the skunk named Sally. But I have a clip of Kebab out there. This was just a couple nights ago. Kebab's out there, and he's going... in the camera, right? And he just... and then all of a sudden, you just see him back out of the camera while he's chewing. And then in comes a raccoon, like, at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
It was really weird. They just, like, went in and out of frame together. He didn't seem overly concerned. He just was like, nah, I'm good. I'm going to leave. They seem pretty peaceful. The raccoon that comes, at least, does.
I shot this one time that it was like the size of a coyote. It was the biggest raccoon I've ever seen in my life. And I had to put him down because he was destroying my fucking house. And, yeah, I never seen a raccoon so big. The thing was massive. It had to have been at the minimum 60 pounds. And I don't even know if they, like, normally get that big, but this thing was ridiculously big. I had an extra large cage, and it filled the entire thing up. But... guys, don't forget to contact us with your information so we can get these items shipped out to you. Don't forget about the patron giveaway. That will be after this live. Within an hour or two, it'll probably be up. Sometimes things take a while to get up on YouTube. But you guys are awesome. Thank you guys for all the support. Thank you guys for hanging out with us. We love you guys. Peace.
Bye! Oh, you have to end it.
You know what's weird? Last night, that thing ended weird right when I did that.
Yeah. I wonder
think
if it's
it
gonna
ended
do
now
again.
already?
I don't know.
What do I have to hit? I have to hit this?
And